Hey, this is Bruce Abbott.
And my name is Ray Schillens.
And welcome to Feel the Ad Love, a podcast produced by Radio Lounge featuring the inside scoop on advertising and marketing, guest interviews with some of the brightest minds in advertising.
Every episode we explore current trends and topics and the latest news and events in our ad community.
Lots of cool stuff, and another place for lots of cool stuff is RadioLoungeUSA.com. If you've never visited our website, it's got some cool stuff on there.
It's a good waste of your time.
It is a good waste of your time, much better than Facebook or Amazon or any of those places.
We have pictures, we have quotes, we have things that you need to make your life better.
We have sound and audio, and that is the important thing. So if you ever want to go and check out what we do, well, audio for radio and television and podcasting, of course, and all those good things, RadioLoungeUSA.com.
And we know you're curious because you spend way too much time on your phone and your tablet and your computer, everything like that. We've got some great people to talk to today. Joe Cesarato is chairman of American Ad Federation Houston. He is just a great leader. He has energized the organization and just brought a lot of great things to that. If you're not a member of American Ad Federation Houston, you need to be a part of that.
And we also have Dwight Douthit, who is also from AAF Houston, and he will be on talking about a lot of the cool things that they're doing as well.
And it includes beer.
Lots and lots of beer.
So let's get started. There are a couple of things that this man is essentially known for above and beyond all the wonderful traits that he also possesses and expresses as part of the Ad Federation Houston. Number one is membership. Dwight knows more about gathering folks and causing them to become members of American Ad Federation Houston than I've never seen anybody else with a power like that. And Dwight also knows about beer. At least Dwight knows how to put together a great party. Dwight Douthit, membership chair of the American Ad Federation Houston, and we're going to talk about beers with peers. Dwight, I know you're a busy dude. Thanks for taking time out of your day to talk to us here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's tackle the membership thing first, because this is important. We need to continue to build membership, and if you're a regular listener of the podcast or you know anything about the American Ad Federation Houston, you will know that membership has increased over the past year in a good way. Lots and lots of new faces at the Ad Federation lunches and activities. Dwight, you've been doing a great job, so we pat you on the back one more time and tell us how you're doing that. Can you reveal the secret right now, please?
We're just trying to stick with a plan to continue to engage our current members and give them a reason to want to stay involved, and constantly seeking out new prospects that we'd like to bring in. And so we've been working, to identify those prospects, and, we looked at our pricing for our membership fees, and we've looked at upping our membership-only benefits, and just are trying to be more in tune with, our customers, so to speak,
Sure.
And do more programming and events that they feel are worthy and important, because we're competing for everybody's time in Houston. It's very, very competitive among the organization, and just Houston's a busy city with a lot of events going on, so we can compete with Houston in general.
You're leveraging the opportunity for communications with new groups of creatives and marketers as well, so I think that's a real unique twist on how we're looking at new membership and how we're attracting new members, so that's a great way. And you're also doing some great rates for membership. New members joining between May 1st and June 30th receive the rest of the club year free. So free is a good thing, and you can take advantage of that now between May 1st and June 30th of 2019 this year. Individual memberships start at just $195. They'll be good through June 30th, 2020. See how that works? And corporate memberships start at $700, so that's a heck of a deal as well. So these rates, the strategies are working, aren't they, Dwight?
Yeah, they are. And with our corporate memberships being at different sizes, we have a bronze, silver, and gold, and it allows companies of different sizes to get as many of their employees involved, and it helps us with our membership numbers. So the added benefit to a corporate membership is that you get exposure and recognition year-round. Recently, we've been successful in recruiting younger people, which has been one of our objectives. And so in that way, we've been really successful. It's not only quantity, it's quality.
And we've got so many new activities going on as well. I know this is not the first time around for Beers with Peers. What is this, year number 2 for that? Is that right?
Yeah, we started it last year based on input that we got from focus groups and some membership feedback at the beginning of the year. And there's just, a contingent of our membership that would like to do more casual evening events, more social events. And so we introduced Beers with Peers, and we did it last year in March. This year we're doing it in May, a little bit later. We're trying a different location. Last year it was at St. Arnold. This year it'll be at Karbach. We're getting around, and it'll be in the beer garden, and the weather should be good, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have food and beer and door prizes. You can register to win Astros tickets, Rudy's barbecue tickets, or gift certificate, golf for 2 at Black Horse Golf Club, and you can also register for a free membership. So
wow.
We have door prizes and hope to have some fun and want everybody to come out and enjoy spring in Houston.
So when somebody asks Dwight to bring the beer, he brings the beer. The whole company, Karbach Brewing Company. Never been there, too, so it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm sure a lot of other folks have never experienced Karbach as well. It's Wednesday, May 1st. It's at 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock, and you can enjoy each and every minute there with your friends at the American Ad Federation, Houston. It's presented also by Ad2 Houston. Those guys continually just work their you-know-what's off for the American Ad Federation all year round. So they make a good point to be at the events, too. So Ad2 Houston, way to go, Guido and the gang.
It makes perfect sense for us to co-partner and co-host these events with Ad2, which is our 32 years and under young professionals group. So it's a good thing for them and a good thing for us to be able to kick the box and not notch off another event together.
Yeah, another successful event, because you have a habit of generating those things, Dwight. You're such a great person to have on part of the board, the American Ad Federation Houston board. You do bring such a sense of energy and positivity, and with this Beers for Peers event coming up on Wednesday, May 1st, 6 to 9, Karbach Brewing Company, and, of course, the membership offer between May 1st and June 30th. Receive the rest of the club year free. Individual memberships just $195. No, it's $195.
Yeah.
But it's good through June 30th, 2020. So that's and if you got a corporation too as well, or corporate memberships, as Dwight mentioned, there are opportunities there, and those start at $700. Time to get involved. And I'll look forward to seeing you at the event on the 1st, Dwight. But thanks again for everything that you do for American Ad Federation. We love you and appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Ray. I appreciate you.
A lot of great things come from Cleveland, Ohio. Just in case you didn't know, the Gene Carroll Show. Upbeat, the television show that actually launched a whole bunch of careers, because Cleveland is indeed the rock and roll capital of the world. Al Roker came from Cleveland. Bob Hope was from Cleveland. My aunt went to school with Bob Hope there. Frank Yankovic, the Polka King, not Weird Al's parent, just the Polka King dude. One other guy, Joe Cesarato, comes from Cleveland, so we got to mention him too. But anyway, that's a good thing. Joe Cesarato is our chairman of the American Ad Federation Houston. Joe, what a blast, and what a fun time we've had over the past several months here in Houston with events and activities and people. You having a good time too?
Having a great time. Thanks for asking. And yes, Cleveland is my home. It has been a whirlwind. We had the Addies, of course, and that turned out to be a real positive event. Obviously, a little bit more, I would say, off the cuff as far as the theme, but it seemed to work out real well. We had 290 people show up for it, and again, it was a spectacular event. And then we recently just had the Trailblazer with Paul Hobby, and typically we do a dinner. We did a luncheon with him, and that worked out extremely well, and Paul was very happy with it, so happy that he ended up contributing $4,000 to our student scholarship fund.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
And so that was very nice. And then this last week we had the student scholarship luncheon emceed by Bill Fogarty, and who did an absolutely wonderful job. And more importantly, or not more importantly, but as important, we had Mattress Mac speak, and I will tell you, he is by far one of the finest speakers I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah. I have not heard what he had said in this particular time with the American Ad Federation, the Scholarship Awards, but I just thought it was the perfect amount of communication to folks who are in school, who folks who are getting into the business. He just said everything. And here's the cool part. We're going to get permission from him and from Brenda and Billy at Love Advertising, but we're going to repurpose that speech and put it out here on a podcast and, of course, on the radio program as well with his permission. So we're waiting on approval on that. But I got to tell you, I loved everything about that. And I've had so many people say, hey, Ray, can we get a copy of that speech? And it's like, if Max says okay, you got it. So that was so much fun.
Extremely motivating. He did his top 10. He actually went to 11 this time, talking about the importance of work, the importance of taking a risk. And, I didn't know this, but he is such a highly coveted speaker that he talked about where he was in Dubai very recently speaking at some retail function and talking about the challenges they have with the Amazons of the world and how his business has been impacted by it. But again, the guy's been flown to Dubai to speak, so you can say, yeah, he's a pretty sought after speaker.
Yeah, we drove him to the Junior League, so that's a good place to be, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great event. Bill put on a great event once again. A whole bunch of money was raised. A whole bunch of money was given out for the Student Scholarship Awards, and once again, the American Ad Federation. As I recall, I do believe that Larry Brantley said that this particular program was like tops in the district and maybe even beyond that. Is that right?
Agreed. Yeah, he definitely said by far in the district, and it looks from a national standpoint, we are also one of the best at doing this. We gave away 21 scholarships at $3,000 each, so $63,000, and we had an extra $3,000. We didn't have enough people to give the scholarships out to, so we put $3,000 back into the coffers that we'll use next year.
Note to self: let's get some more. Let's get some more funds. Let's get some more scholarship recipients as well. So many things going on since the first of the year. We've, as you just talked about, the Addy Awards and the Trailblazer and the Scholarship Awards. We've got a May luncheon coming up, and I think this is really, really cool, and you're going to want to be there. It's Wednesday the 15th, by the way, at the Junior League. That's our place we go. It's a great place, good people there. But here's the deal. If you're into soccer, and I'm sure many of you are, this is worth listening for, because how would it be if the World Cup came to Houston in 2026? And that just might happen. But Joe, tell us who's going to be here to talk about it.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. We just found out today that Houston is one of 10 cities that's bidding. Well, 17 cities are bidding for it, and 10 will receive the ability to host the World Cup in 2026. There will be 3 cities in Mexico and 3 cities in Canada will also be hosting the event. And the speakers are going to be as good as it gets. Chris Canetti, president of the Houston World Cup Bid Committee, he used to also be the former president of the Houston Dynamo, will be one of the speakers, along with Brian Ching. And if you haven't heard, who don't know who Brian Ching is, He is a Houston Dynamo legend and was a member of the 2010 World Cup team.
Yeah.
So he will be there. And along with the panel, the third person is going to be Alex Lopez Negrete. Alex, robust background. He has the largest agency in Houston, and he will be serving as part of the group. And then not confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure she'll make it, is Judge Lena Hidalgo, Harris County Judge. Judge Hidalgo is rewriting history's books as 24-year-old Latina leading the fourth largest county in America. And her perspective would cover the political and economic impact of having the World Cup in Houston.
Wow. I have a funny feeling we're going to get this thing. I just feel really good about the efforts behind it, our city. We are the most culturally diverse city in the United States, and I just think it belongs here. We're a great fit for this, Joe, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And then if you look at our facilities, we have the BBVA Stadium right downtown next to the baseball stadium, and then also we have the Reliance Center, or NRG as it's called now, NRG, which can seat 80,000 people. So we do have the facilities to host such an event.
I think we're ready. Bring it on. But the things that we do before that are talk to the people who are in charge of making that happen, and that will happen on Wednesday, May 15th at the Junior League. I hope you can join us for lunch there. It's the American Ad Federation Houston Luncheon, and on the bill, as you just heard, is a lot of great people that you're going to want to hear. So, Joe, congrats on 2019. It is supremely rolling along. Here we are almost into summertime, and we're just having a blast at the Ad Federation.
And Ray, thanks for all you're doing and putting this program together.
Bruce and Ray saying thank you for listening and thank you for feeling the ad love.
We love you too. We really do. Hey, visit RadioLoungeUSA.com and find out more about who we are, what we do, and all that kind of good stuff.
And you could subscribe to this podcast in iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or via RSS. And while you're at it, if you found value in this show, hey, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes.
Okay, and if you'd simply like to tell a friend about the show and share it on social media, that's a big benefit as well for us.
There are some things that we don't want to share on social media, but this is one of those things that
some
is
things
cool.
we can't share on social media.
That wouldn't be
we
good.
don't do it. Okay.
Copyright 2019 Radio Lounge, all rights reserved.
Join us next time for another episode of Feel the Ad Love. Can you feel it?